It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed it, it would have been a different story. Night.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
They give to Burton, the fullback. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he out-got him.
What? Ravens touchdown.
Oh.
Willie Snead there to make the grab, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Camara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run out of the gun with Camara. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come on, man.
Incomplete. That's what you're going to need to do against these big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Oh, yeah, boy, oh, yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Saints nothing.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews.
Speed boost.
Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. And that's what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Really?
Well, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Real disrespect.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze.
Man, can't nobody on this damn team catch the ball.
Contact brings up
God
second
damn.
down.
As this old brain remembers,
Ain't nobody
when I see 5
catch.
wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out
What?
hot. They
I'm
expected
not
it,
throwing
they
y'all the
got
ball
there
if
and
y'all
popped it
can't
free.
catch it.
So after the incompletion
God
on
damn.
1st, now 2nd and 10. Breeze now. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Finally, somebody
These
caught the
guys
ball.
have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way
Nobody
they're carrying
can
themselves.
catch it.
They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Breeze now on 1st down.
Damn.
For it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe
Let's go.
Double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Ready. 95-56.
So after the INT, it's Breeze.
What?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, this game
tight
look
end was the
different.
target. And that'll bring up second
I ain't
down.
gonna lie.
I think
I'm
we
not
can
used
all
to this
understand
shit.
what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Saints, first down.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
Damn.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
Bro, is these
As
the
they
best
stop it
plays
with just
that
under 40
I
ticks to
come
go
on.
in this first half.
Wow. I gotta do it myself. We got all the good shit right here. We picking the same 4 trash plays.
And
Appreciate it,
work
cuz.
to at least
Thank you,
get
man.
some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze.
Come on, man. God damn.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's
That's
like
an
this
excellent
shit
play by
work
the
too
defender. He
slow.
diagnosed
I
that
don't know.
one,
I think
closed
with my
quickly,
finger.
and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field
It's all
position. And that drive
Bro,
started. They had 6
come
points
on,
that they were
cuz.
thinking about.
God damn.
Upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it.
Let's go.
Clash of bodies.
Let's
here.
fucking
It's
go,
intercepted.
man. Shit.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without
They know they on some bullshit.
Anyway, that's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that one makes it 14-7.
God damn.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So
Trying
not
to do me
much time
greasy,
to speak
man.
of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Missing field goals,
They will
throwing
not get a
picks,
chance to
shit
return
like.
this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
1-yard line.
Come on, bro. It ain't that much you can do in 16 seconds. Come on, man.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively.
Let's go.
Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter.
You about to do the same thing on the next drive.
Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate
I don't know why you think that was a wasted drive, but I'm finna do the same shit.
Resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Let's fucking go.
Time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Let's go.
Alex Anzalone. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They run it again with Kamara.
Oh, these runs feel weird as shit.
Might have gotten the yard down to the 16. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man open.
Let's fucking go.
It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score.
Ooh, right over my head. All I had to do was jump, and that was a pick.
Field across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Dobbins.
Oh, man, how you just running past everybody? Boy, the running on here is stupid to me.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he
Your ass
is met
back.
quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. And his pass is
Let's go.
for the 4th time today.
What, you thought I was a scrub or something, nigga? The fuck?
Williams, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard
What you thought this was, dude?
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
He ain't been neutralized.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara.
Watch out.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with.
Come on, bro. I hate when people do that shit. Well, that was my first win. That's all that matters. I'm 1-0 right now. Ain't nobody even got the game. Look, I'm ranked. Well, it's a lot of people with the same damn rank. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm fucking hungry. Ugh. Gotta cook something to eat. I always experience alcohol volume.